Welcome to the Grow Your Practice podcast. Hi, I'm your host, Chad Madden, owner of Madden Physical Therapy and Breakthrough. Join me each week as we dive into the best practices, systems, principles, tips, and tricks to help you grow your private practice.
How to conduct a profit leak audit in less than 36 minutes. Discover a shockingly simple way to uncover hidden profit leaks in your practice. This tool helped me gain financial clarity in less than 36 minutes. I'm giving it away for free. In this special episode, I introduced the Profit Leak Audit. To see the full video and get your copy of the audit template, go to getbreakthrough.com/profit now. That's PROFITNOW. Getbreakthrough.com/profit now.
In this video, we're going to cover the 36-minute audit and shockingly simple statistic to help you transform your practice and your practice's profitability. Many owners say, I feel like I'm working harder for less money. In the last 30 years, with the conversion factor mapped out for the physician fee schedule for federal payers, we're actually earning less than we were 30 years ago per visit. So the problem is not only do we have downward pressure on our reimbursements, and with the reimbursement cuts that are proposed, we also have rising cost of doing business and inflation infecting us as well. We have to pay our therapists more, our PTAs more, the receptionist more, the marketing person more, the billing person more. Our space is more expensive for our clinic space, equipment is more expensive, etc. The cost to deliver care has gone up and more than doubled in the last 30 years. In the end, what we get today is a visit that is worth less than half of what it was as compared to 1994. Who is this video for? This is for you if you are a private practice owner and you're in one of three areas. One, you're established, you've built something, and shrinking profits are jeopardizing your legacy and value. You're growing, shrinking profits are jeopardizing your growth, or you're a new owner, shrinking profits are jeopardizing your survival. The next thing we want to do is take a look at the Profit Leak Audit. Then what you're going to do is once you get the Profit Leak Audit form, you're going to pick any treatment day that was at least 60 days ago. Now, why do we use 60 days? There's an assumption, there's a pretty good chance that you've collected all the revenue for that day, especially if you have your billing and revenue systems dialed in. All the revenue should be realized for that day. So it doesn't matter what you bill out, how many units you bill out. It only matters what you collect specifically when we're talking about profitability. From this audit, we met with each of our directors. In our case, every director ended up doing their own audit. Then what happened after that is each clinic, the clinicians, started doing their own audits as well. I highly recommend you do the same. Our short list of initiatives to improve profits. Number one, we can maximize schedule utilization, fill our schedules by increasing demand for our services. You and I typically refer to this as marketing. We can maximize the space utilization. If we have 2,000 square feet and only one clinician in that space, we need to fill that space with other clinicians and patient volume. We do that by increasing demand for our services and hiring. We can also increase lifetime patient value, reactivations, word-of-mouth referrals, adding cash pay services. Our primary cash pay service today is Light Force Laser, which we sell between $40 and $60 a visit. It takes about 15 minutes to deliver. We're realizing on average $160 to $240 per hour on that service. So we could add that and significantly improve our profitability. We could improve our payer mix, attract more premium payers, drop lower capped payers, renegotiate rates. We could implement strategic scheduling and compliant coding. If somebody's going to cap our rate at $70 a visit, it's going to be every time that we schedule them for an entire hour of treatment, we're going to be losing $15 and forget about any profit. So what we just went over are the 4 profit levers, very key. Again, bumping into those 4 buckets, we have maximized utilization, increasing lifetime patient value, improving payer mix, and strategic scheduling and compliant coding. The next thing we want to talk about is what typically gets in the way, which is I don't have time or I need to hire a fill in the blank with physical therapist, PTA, receptionist, billing person first. The common things that we'll hear are, I don't have time to do the profit leak audit, or look at metrics. I need to hire a PT first, then I'll work on my business. These are very common problems. Let's talk about how you can prioritize as an owner. To me, being in this for 20 plus years, very easy to see that my time is best spent working on the business. It's super valuable. There is no financial freedom. There is no time freedom when we don't first work on the business. It's the most valuable thing in the marketplace, working on the business, but it wasn't always that way. If you're not there today and you're having a knee-jerk reaction to decreasing your patient care so that you can work on your business, I understand. However, once you make that shift, things are going to change for you dramatically. Once you do that, how do you prioritize as an owner? Once you've created time to work on your business, what do you work on first? List everything out that you do. If you do clinical care, if you're doing your own laundry, if you're doing your own hiring, if you're handling payroll, if you're handling your accounting, if you're involved in your billing, your scheduling, etc. List out every single thing that you do. The second step is to give an hourly value, a dollar value to each activity. If you're in clinical care, it might be $45 an hour. An hour is what you could hire the top-notch DPT to treat. If you're cleaning your own bathroom, like I used to do, and I can remember scrubbing out the toilet every Friday, what can we hire that out for? It might be $15, $20 an hour. What's it worth when you're hosting a marketing meeting for all your staff? Could be $500 an hour or more. What's it worth for you to spend an hour of time on hiring your next clinician? Probably the same thing, worth hundreds of dollars an hour. Anyhow, you get the idea. Step number 3 is control your schedule by planning the higher value activities first. A problem comes in where most of us, the first thing we do is schedule out our 40 hours of treatment, 50 hours of treatment, and then we try to fit in all the higher value things. It's life-changing when you first take your highest value, your highest order activities, put those in the schedule first. Then you fill in the gaps with lower value activities, the things you could hire out for $20 to $50 an hour. Just last week, I was with a group of 70 or so owners in Denver. We went through this activity, and this is what they came up with. Clinical care, clinical responsibilities, treating patients, doing assessments. $45 an hour was the number that they gave. Planning for their business, $500 an hour is what they said. Meeting all staff, that was $500 an hour. Handling payroll, $50 an hour. Being a marketer, that means they're converting people who are responding to their ads, having conversations, $20 an hour. Handling billing, $30 an hour. Doing customer service, the joke was $5 an hour, but more likely $100 an hour because it's a tough job, and having it done the right way can really be a difference maker for your practice. Changing the light bulb. There was another running joke that or plunging the toilet was $100 an hour. Firing people, handling insurance relations, working with the CPA, the bookkeeper, etc. All those things across the board that you do as an owner. Put an hourly rate on every single activity. Where are we the most valuable? The bigger question is, what's more valuable than working on your business? See, the problem is for many of us, we want the results of having a profitable business, of being a successful practice owner. We want the financial freedom that it can buy. We want the time freedom that it can buy. We want the impact and legacy that it can leave. But if we're spending the majority of our time, 90% plus of our working hours, working in the business, it's never going to happen. We're never going to build the systems that we need to have in place. We're never going to go through the team building activities that we need in order of protecting the right talent and developing that talent over time. Make time for this. We all have the same 86,400 seconds in a day. This is the highest priority activity. It only took me 36 minutes to do the audit. You might be able to do it more quickly. I'm a little slow on the uptake. The other idea is, make sure that you're looking at the statistic with the profit planner. We're going to go over that in the next video.
To see the full video and get your copy of the audit template, go to getbreakthrough.com/profit now. That's PROFITNOW. Getbreakthrough.com/profit now.